Hi, I'm Tom Coughing. Thank you for coming. We're going to talk about the Nexus server, one of the great inventions of our time. Our Nexus and our Nexus server software allow you to have locations around the world. You can query, move data, do federated queries from anywhere in the world on every system. Imagine you have multiple locations you need to move data. You can move data to and from every single system on the market today, and all you've got to do is pick the source target and press the button. Nexus automates everything. Now, you can also join data. You can access data anywhere, anytime, because the Nexus will automate this as well. Can you imagine joining data from any combination of the above systems, pressing a button and having it done for you, and the report come back in a timely manner? No one else can do this because there's a very difficult problem to solve, and that we have solved. So the next time you're anywhere in the world and you want to log in and move data or do queries or federated queries, you say, hey, I want to move from the T to the yellow brick. Here's the issue. The data is going to move from where you originated this. So if you're in Europe, it's going to go through your PC. If you're at a hotel, it goes through the local network. It moves at a crawl space because it's not a high-speed network, and it has to go through your PC. So we've had customers move 500 million rows, and it took 22 hours. You can't do it. That's why they don't want you working outside your firewall, and they only want a limited amount of people that move data. But we've made it so anyone can do it now because we've got Nexus servers. Let's place this Nexus server right out here. We could have it on the cloud. We could have it in any location. When we want to move now, it says, oh, wait a minute. You want the server to run this for you? I need your credentials. It pulls that from your PC. It passes it to the server. It's as if you have transformed to the server. You may be in Europe, but as far as this network is concerned, you're sitting in front of that server. So when you go to execute this now, it's going to be lightning speed, and it's only going to take 10 minutes to move that 500 million row table. That's the brilliance behind a server. And here's a better thing. You can have more than one server. Put one in India, Europe, put it on the Amazon cloud, the Azure cloud, the Google cloud. And now you're going to be able to move data from any location you choose. This is an environment where everyone can now move data. They can do federated queries and cross-system joins. They can do queries on one system and save it to another. It makes a ton of sense because nothing goes through the local network except the answer set. Now, you can be at a coffee shop. You can still be within your company. You can be at home, or you can be working on the cloud or in a cloud, because whenever you do it, you can do it on your desktop, but you can execute it from any of the Nexus servers. Take a look at this. This is what you're going to see when you say, hey, I want to use the Nexus service, because you want to migrate data. You want to do SQL, and I can even save it as a table for you. Do you want to do federated queries, because we can set those up, or do you want to compress data? And the Nexus server will then let you do everything you want from your desktop, but it's going to run those for you. It knows who you are. You've been paired with them. So the security is world class. We've got top companies, the largest in the world, the most secure in the world, using this. Now take a look at this. Take a look at all of my systems in my systems tree. This is on my desktop. I say, look, I just want to move one table. I want to move from Teradata to yellow brick. I just pick the source, the target databases, and I press the blue button, and I go, yeah, I want to move that. This is done at your desktop level. It's small data. This is going to go through your desktop and from the source to the target, and it's not that many rows. Anytime you have less than 10,000 or 20,000 rows, it's real quick, it's real efficient. But what if you had 500 million rows, or you wanted to move an entire database? That's when you say, no, I'm going to let the server do the same thing, and I want it to move an entire database for me. I pick the source system. Look at all the sources that you can have as your source. Look at all the targets that you can move this to. So now I'm going to move from Teradata to Snowflake. I'm migrating to the cloud. I can use the proper utility that's going to get me the fastest speeds, and I can schedule this or execute it immediately. The Nexus will take every table and it will convert it and move it. And when it turns green, it's done. Now I'm going to move on premises from Oracle to Teradata. Once again, I press that blue button. Those are the tables I've selected, and it is going to move very quickly. I can even set thresholds to say, look, if it's less than 500,000 or 5 gigabytes, do TPT insert. If it's more than that, do TPT load. We have 100 different ways to move data depending on the source and target system that allow you to move small data a certain way and big data a whole different way. So if you know anything about Teradata, you're looking at this right now going, they've thought of everything. And when you press the button, it's all automated. Some people take 6 months to do this. This takes 6 minutes to set up. And when that data turns green, it has moved. Let's look at a couple of other options here. I can schedule this to run immediately, but I can run my ETL to run at night, once, daily, weekly. I can give it any name so I can track it. And this scheduler works beautiful because it's a global scheduler across the company. Oracle to Teradata has now moved. Let's go from Teradata to Amazon Redshift. There's my secret keys. We have customers using session tokens, which is the ultimate security. You pick your region. It's now going to move that data as well. It's done. I'm going to move from Amazon Redshift to Azure SQL Data Warehouse or Azure Synapse. And that's done. So you can go hybrid cloud or multi-cloud. You're going to have no issues. But take a look at what else you can do. You can do federation. These are yellow brick tables and a Teradata table. I execute this on the Nexus core server, and it's going to come back in many cases 1,000 times faster. Nexus builds the SQL, it does everything. You just point and click, there's your answer set, and now you're doing federated queries from different systems. Watch how clever this is. I can type in the search bar subscriber number. It'll show me every system where that column exists in every table, database, schema, and now you can see I've got Teradata, Oracle, Yellowbrick, SQL Server, Snowflake. Every system in my universe, it shows me where these tables exist with subscriber number in them. And you know what? This is a live tree. I could move data from any of these to any other system. I'm going to do a federated query right now to show you the power. Just right click on any table and say, hey, I want to do the super join builder. Now I'm going to join a SQL Server table to a Teradata table. It'll say, how do they join? On what columns you go subscriber number and subscriber number. When you say finish, the join's been established. Now I'm going to be able to come out here and say, let's join Oracle in as well. I just drag it in, drop it on the table I want it to join to, and say, how's it join? This joins in a two-way, subscriber and subscriber, member and member. When I hit the blue arrow, that's established. I pick the columns I want to see on my report, and I am now ready to run a federated query on the Nexus server, and it's going to go out and run this. Nothing goes over the local network except the answer set. That's why this is the greatest technology out there today. It's taken us close to 20 years to do this, and we are very excited about making you a Nexus customer. Why don't we do some business together? You see, we're the only ones that allow you to have the perfect desktop that contacts a server that does all the work on all the databases and brings you back the answer set or just a success message, it moved. We've got the products. We should set up a proof of concept, and you're going to be able to try this yourself. Give me a call, send me an email, and you're going to be a Nexus customer.